This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Sunday, August 4th, 2019. With a heavy heart, I say, firearm safety measures. If not now, when? And going as deep into this as I can possibly think, there are two reasons why we don't have firearm safety measures in place throughout the United States. Reason number one, the National Rifle Association, which has bastardized the true meaning of the Second Amendment and expanded it to such a degree that virtually anyone should have any type of weapon at any time for anything, and that your sole protection is based solely on you and not on law enforcement. And to achieve these means, and again, they're also a shrill for the manufacturers so that they can sell as many firearms as possible. And to achieve these means, they have set up a complete system where everything is based on fear, and the only person that can help you and protect you is yourself with a firearm. And they've done this by throwing a lot of money in politics, influencing politicians who then vote on judges, who will then vote for, let's just say, an expansion or an interpretation of the Second Amendment that they like. This is a terrorist organization, the National Rifle Association. They're going through a lot of problems right now, but we should not be beholden to them anymore, ever again. And the second reason why we don't have firearm safety measures in the United States is because of the Republican Party. The Republican Party. Some Democrats are not that great on it, but the Republican Party as a whole. And let's break this down in two ways. Number one, the Republican Party exists solely to have as much tax cuts as they possibly can to the rich, and to deregulate, meaning to decrease the protections of you and me, to deregulate industry to such a degree that we're going to be poisoned in the air, in the water, on the land, and we don't have any protections for anything that we buy whatsoever, even with extreme manufacturing defects. That's the sole purpose of their existence. That's all they live for. Now, how do they do that? Again, the same way the NRA does. They have to instill fear in other people. Is that it used to be God's, guns, and gays. God's, guns, and gays is what the Republicans used, and of course that's what they used against the Democrats. But the Republicans basically want this, but they have to have a base, and that base happens to be mostly white older men that have to be ginned up and have to be scared and are brought into the social issues of this whole thing, which is the God, guns, and gays, and again, expressing the other, okay? The poor and people of color. They are the other, and we need to demonize them as much as possible so that you will continue to vote for white men in the Republican Party who will then vote against 100% against all of your interests. This is a corrupt system, and again, if we can't solve this problem now, when can we solve it? We need everyone to basically admit that Congress, in terms of the Republican Party, is not a party of the people, and we need to vote out every single Republican in this next election, because the only thing they stand for is taxes, cutting taxes for the wealthy, and deregulation, and screwing everybody out, and in the meantime instilling fear that people feel they need to buy more guns. This is a terrible, terrible system. We need to quash this.